Chapter 4 of The Tale of Jimmy Rabbit. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Luke and Daru, Durham, North Carolina. The Tale of Jimmy Rabbit by Arthur Scott Bailey. Chapter 4. Making Somebody Happy. Well, that very evening, Jimmy Rabbit made a certain young neighbor very happy by hanging a May basket on her door. And then he hurried along to Henry Skunk's house. He hoped Henry was still there, for when Henry Skunk went out of an evening, he seldom came home until morning. Jimmy hung the basket of eggs on the doorknob, rang the bell, and then ran and hid behind a tree. He peeped out as he heard the door open, and he saw Henry Skunk look all around. He seemed angry until he caught sight of the basket, and then Henry Skunk certainly was pleased. "Aha!" he exclaimed. "A May basket! Now I wonder what friend of mine has left this for me." He looked inside the basket. "Aha! Hen's eggs!" he cried. "I'll sit down on my front steps and eat them. Then I won't have to give anybody else a taste." That was like Henry Skunk. He was a selfish fellow, always greedy, never offering to share a dainty with anyone. Jimmy Rabbit was holding his mouth. He knew that if he laughed, he would spoil everything. As he listened, he heard a snap, and Henry Skunk said, "Oh!" as if something had hurt him and surprised him both. "I declare, I've broken a tooth!" he exclaimed. "That's the hardest egg I ever saw. I'll try another." And he took another egg out of the basket. There was another snap. This time, Henry cried, "Ow!" It was queer to break two teeth like that, and he reached into the basket for the third egg. "It certainly can't happen again," Henry told himself, and he bit the third egg with all his might. How it hurt him! He fairly howled with pain. And then Jimmy Rabbit snickered. He could hold in his laughter no longer. That was enough for Henry Skunk. He looked around quickly, and what he saw made him very angry, for he knew then that those eggs were nothing but a joke. Now, when he tittered, Jimmy Rabbit had jumped back behind the tree round which he had been peeping. He thought he was safely out of sight, but he had forgotten all about his ears. They were so long and they stuck out so far that Henry Skunk could see them, and he knew right away who had played that trick on him. He did not think it was any joke to break 3 teeth, and he began to creep towards those ears. But there was one thing that Henry Skunk had not noticed. He had not looked up in the branches above Jimmy Rabbit's head. If he had, he would have seen Frisky Squirrel, who had come along to see the fun. As soon as Frisky saw what was happening, he cried, "Look out, Jimmy!" And Jimmy Rabbit looked out just in time. The smile faded from his face, and he turned and ran. Henry Skunk did not chase him. He was no runner, but he hoped that someday he could catch both those meddlesome youngsters. "Well, what did I tell you?" Jimmy Rabbit said, when Frisky joined him at a good, safe distance from Henry Skunk's house. "Didn't I say there'd be some fun?"
"But I don't understand what happened,"
Frisky said.
"I thought Henry Skunk liked hen's eggs."
"So he does," Jimmy Rabbit answered. "But those were not real hen's eggs. They were china eggs which I found in Farmer Green's hen house, and they were almost as hard as stones." Frisky Squirrel laughed.
"I wish we had some more,"
he said.
"Then we could hang a May basket on Fatty Coon's door. I don't suppose you'd care to go back to Henry's house and get those eggs?"
"I don't suppose I would," said Jimmy Rabbit. End of Chapter 4. Recording by Luke and Daru, Durham, North Carolina.